So that inconveniences caused because actually our program have been put on hold for a certain period of time. But at the moment now we can really come back and maybe continue from where we started, where we stopped. Thank you so much actually for following us on our social media platform. You can actually get us on our social media platform. You can show where you can follow us every Wednesday and Saturday, 16 that is Zambian time, 16 hours, that is Zambian time. We welcome you all wherever you're watching from. I welcome you all from wherever you are, where UK, Europe, or wherever you are. We really thank you so much for following HTV and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to HTV platform on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. So here we are once again to talk about actually the life of asylum seeker in police custody. Actually, by name, I'm Tana representing actually most of my colleagues who are not here. They are people out somewhere else, but this show always happens every Wednesday and Saturdays. That is 16 hours Zambian time or South African time. In Kenya, it's already 17 hours. That is East African time, but here we're in South Africa, so that's why there's a time of actually East Africa, they beyond maybe by 1 hour, so that's why actually here it's always 16 hours. This show actually basically here today, this is a Ugandan Zambian Coalition Forum for Refugees. Representing all of them. I'm a gay person here representing most of my colleagues who are not here. I'm speaking on behalf of the LGBTI plus individuals or community here in Zambia where I'm seeking asylum from. Basically today's topic actually we are talking about actually the life of asylum seeker in police custody. Basically, as me myself also, I was one of the persons that maybe was arrested and detained by the Zambian police officers here. It was an instance whereby actually it started with the issues concerning the rooms whereby we, the LGBTI plus individuals or community here in Zambia, we've really been discriminated from almost everything here in Zambia. Besides actually the the refugee actually where we are, it is a camp whereby it has a lot of people from different countries of the. We have the Somalis, we have the Congolese, we have the Rwandese, we have the Burundians. So they are all here. Most of them actually, if you are not taken to the bigger camps, maybe like Mayuka, Maheba, Mantapala. So you find that most of them, even the new arrivals, are always actually, when they come, actually, when they're registered by the government of Zambia, they're always brought here, where they actually where they stay for a while before receiving their white card or maybe the refugee certificate that allows them maybe to be transferred from this place to the other side. So there was an incident that happened. It was way back in July. That is July, actually, around early July. There was an incident that happened whereby most of the LGBTQI plus community, we were staying, we were in the safe house that was hired by UNHCR, or maybe that was being catered for by UNHCR Zambia. But with the time, actually, due to lack of funds and maybe some other reasons, actually they decided to close the safe house. So we are transferred and brought here in Makeni Transit Center, where we found actually most our we got also our colleagues who are here, and we were also part of, actually we got our colleagues who are here, and we became a big community. So some of us, when we left that side, actually the previous RO was like, you people, you are going to have a temporary place where to stay from, and they provided the tents that we should stay as we wait for maybe for other refugees, maybe those other refugees to be transferred actually to the what, to those other big camps. So we waited, like it was, that was around January, 31st of January. That's when we left the safe house to be brought here in Makeni Transit Center. So we stayed in those tents actually for 6 months, and it was too hot by then. There was no power inside. There was nothing like maybe provision of maybe solar lights or anything like that. There was not. We have to, if power comes back, we have to look for a place where to charge from. So it was, life was really difficult amidst all those things, and we really had to persevere. We had nothing to do because the RO had promised. So unfortunately, that RO left in January. That was his last time. Actually, it was the 31st of January was his last day of work. So he left the office, and actually it was replaced. He was replaced by a she. That was a lady. But the lady that was brought, maybe the RO that was brought to replace him, was kind of, she was homophobic. That was, I'm not going to hide you. She was homophobic towards the LGBTI plus community. And another thing, actually, she was someone who couldn't, actually, she was mismanaging her office. That is another word. She could not decide that since she's the RO, she thought, like, actually, the refugees were the ones actually deciding for her. She would not decide on anything. So we would wonder, why would such kind of person be brought to manage a refugee? And refugees, you know how refugees stubborn they are. So we persevered for almost 6 months staying in the tents, but we kept on demanding. We never actually, maybe those people who got there, who are mandated, and maybe they are traveling, whenever there was a space that was left, maybe an empty room, we would go and inquire that the previous RO promised that maybe when people leave, they will provide us with rooms. And remember, like, we not only us, there are those other refugees who are taken to those other camps. They go that side, then afterward they come back to the same transit center, and they start actually distorting the peace of others. They are the ones who find like they are fighting for rooms. They are the ones demanding for rooms, yet they have been transferred. They have no place to stay here. So at the end of it all, actually, when things actually started, actually, most of our, actually, some of our colleagues actually got, like, they provided us, some colleagues, actually, some refugees were taken, and at the end of it all, actually, we managed to get 3 rooms. But however much, even if you got those 3 rooms, it was not all that an easy struggle. It was via pulling a lot of ropes with the officials, because all the officials who are here at Makeni, they are homophobic, they are discriminative, they don't want to listen to us. Actually, even if you go, if you try to talk to them in a proper, or maybe in a proper, if you follow the protocol, at times actually don't get to want. In most cases, you have to use other means. That's where you find most of us write emails to those other LGBTQI plus LGBTQI plus organizations, maybe communities, or maybe local organization within Zambia, and maybe international, to fight for us. Maybe they advocate for us, maybe in UNHCR, so that these people can listen to us. But at the end of it all, you find like whenever we talk to them, they don't listen to us. So at times, actually, we also have nowhere to run to. The only persons actually, maybe the only people we run to are the people that maybe they're above. We find that we are writing emails, maybe demanding maybe for human rights. At least even us, we should also have equal rights like others. So later on, actually, that instance happened where like when we tried, actually the RO was like we are harassing her, and actually a lot of things happened whereby actually 12 of Ugandan refugee asylum seekers that belong to the LGBTI plus community were arrested and detained by the uh, Zambian police, whereby we stayed there for 2 days. And the charges actually they put against us was like that these are people who have been causing violence, and another thing was physical assault. Yet all those things were just covering up the real truth. Like, they are charging us because we are gay, because the people who went and reported, they say that we are having those Ugandans actually who are asylum seekers, they are gay, they are homosexuals. They dress, maybe they dress like they dress actually they dress on skirts, they put on actually dresses, they put on lipsticks, wig, what they went and reported that to the police. Only the police had no proof of evidence against us. So what they did, they had to put charges against us of causing violence within the camp, and also physical assault, like we've insulted the RO, maybe under other officials. And remember, actually the Congolese who went and reported us, they are the ones actually who beat us, because we had even videos, we had actually clear evidence of them beating us. So at the end of it all, actually the police officers, since Zambia is one of the most African country that is too corrupt, so at the end of it all, actually we ended up paying in some money. We paid in some money for us to be released on police bond. So at the end of it all, actually, we thought maybe the incident would just cool down like that. You know, Congo, actually, most of the Congolese here, they put the blame of our government, the Ugandan government, on us, we Ugandans, who are innocent, who are not even there before anything that happens. We don't know even what our president is doing in Zambia, or what our government is doing in Zambia. But in most cases, actually, most of the Congolese here, they think that whatever that our government is doing that side, so actually all of us who are here, we are aware of it, and we know whatever that the government is doing. That the government is stealing gold. That's why even most of them, maybe they have left their countries because of the war that doesn't, because of the endless actual conflict that doesn't end. So our government is also involved. So we told them, if at all our government is involved, it is none of us. Most of us, we've never even reached the state house or where our president stays. We've never even reached those big offices in our country. So we don't even know. We have no connection with those people. So we don't even know. Some of us even we don't even know our president, what the president does in Congo. So you shouldn't put the blame of our government on us. Some of us, we are innocent. We don't know anything. So at the end of it all, actually, when we are released, actually after like a period of 1 week, there was an outbreak of fire that happened here in the Makeni Transit Center. So we don't know where the fire came from, because most of actually we have our rooms where we sleep in. So at the end of it all, that time actually they put all the blame of us, that it is us actually who did it. Yet all of us are innocent, because these are the same people who have been fighting us via the issues of rooms, via the issues of like our government is stealing a lot from DRC Congo. Yet all of us, we are innocent who are here. We have actually what pushed us to leave our country to come and seek for asylum here in Zambia. It is because of my gender identity and sexual orientation. That's why I left my country to come and look for, actually to come and go, at least to come and seek for asylum, to come and have where I will have protection of the government of where I left my country due to actually being a gay, and maybe due to my gender identity and sexual orientation. So, and also my family was part of the reason that's why I left my country, and the government itself, after passing that anti-homosexuality act of 2023, so I couldn't stay there, because I was not going to express myself as a person. Actually, I was not going to exercise my human rights. So that's why I decided to leave my country. So at the end of it all, actually, find like the fire that was there, maybe the fire break led to the burning of the tents, and maybe unfortunately there was a life that was lost in that incident that happened. But at the end of it all the blame we are putting on Ugandans, asylum seekers who are here. So it brought a lot of chaos here in Makeni. It brought actually we first even abandoned the camp for almost 1 month without staying here because our lives were at risk. The place actually where they say that security is okay, it came to be like a place where police like used to move like as if it was their own place. Police comes in and comes out, and the Congolese were using police officers as if it has become their own Yango. Yango is like they would go to police and report cases there and there. At the end of it all, actually, two of our colleagues were arrested and detained by the police, the Zambian police, of which actually amongst of the two, actually one was released and on police bond, and one is still detained at the police station. So I want to talk about that life of actually the actual I want to talk about that life of the Zambian police, whereby it's really hard that side actually to survive. So the Zambian police, actually, me too, who personally experienced it there, life inside there, it is really hard. You don't actually wish to have a colleague or to have a friend or to have a brother inside there. It is really tough inside. So life is really hard inside there. Because I remember the first time when we were detained by the police, the Zambian police. I remember actually we received a lot of slaps by the Zambian police. Though they were arresting us, actually they harassed us through a lot of things. They slapped us, they beat us. It was like maybe they were taking criminals, yet we are not even criminals by that time. So at the end of it all, actually, we got traumatized. We got really, actually, we were traumatized when we were inside there. We had a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety. So at the end of it all, we were mentally tortured. A lot of things actually happened in that in the police custody, because whenever I remember those days, actually, when we were in that police custody, a lot of things happened. Even the inmates themselves, actually, they beat us seriously. They beat us seriously. I don't know whether it was a welcome, but whenever there was a welcome, you can't have such kind of welcome to someone actually who has just been detained and is in a foreign country whereby it is not his country of origin. So it is really hard. So I want to talk about actually my friend, and I'm advocating for my friend Dennis, who is still in the police custody up to now. I remember actually I am the kind of person who doesn't like the police officer. I'm homophobic to police. I don't like going to police stations. I don't like going to, but for the sake of Dennis, I've always done my best actually to reach out to him at the police station. So Dennis's life actually in the police custody is really worse at the moment, actually, whereby we needed help from UNHCR, but you know UNHCR as UNHCR, what they once told us actually that whenever you have a case with the government, UN as UN, we don't have anything to say about that. You have to first deal with the government, then at the end of it all, when you finish with the government, that's when we can come in. Remember, these are the people actually who have been telling us like they are following up the case with Dennis, that they have been actually following up that case, but even up to now, whenever I go to talk to Dennis, I tell him, Dennis told me actually when he has just been arrested for 2 days, and when he has been detained for 2 days or 3 days there, UNHCR UNHCR Zambia sent its lawyers to go and check on the people who were arrested. When they checked and they found out actually one of them was released, it was Dennis that was remained there. They said that they will be able to come back and follow up on the case. But even up to now, actually, ever since he was arrested, we tried our level best to find out with the officials who are here in the actually officials who work in the refugee camp. We tried our level best to see how we can follow up and maybe see how we can help Dennis, maybe in advocating for him through UNHCR so that they can get for him a lawyer who will be serious to follow up his case. But even up to now, there's no one. Last time, actually, the officials of the refugee here tried, like they wanted actually to get for us a lawyer, to hire for us a lawyer. We were like, for us, we are refugees. We have nowhere we can get we can get a lawyer whom we can pay. We have nowhere to get money whom we can pay a lawyer. So the only thing we have to do, we have maybe to look through actually the local LGBTI plus community here in Zambia, or organizations who can help us maybe in fighting for our colleague, because we know they're accusing him of all those things that they all there is no clear evidence about actually the incidents that happened. They're accusing one of us that to be maybe the person, maybe they're falsely accusing him for something that did not even do, because at the end of it they don't have any evidence, they don't have actually any proof that can really put him into that, actually that can really actually pin that case onto him. There is nothing. So that's why actually I came here, actually that's why I'm making this I'm calling an alarm to all the organizations outside there. I'm calling for Zambian Human Rights Commission actually to come up, because actually I talked to Dennis, and Dennis was like, actually the Zambian Human Rights Commission was there at Zambia, actually Kanyama police station where he's detained, and they promised actually to follow up on his case, because he had already even sent a petition to Zambian Human Rights Commission, so that we see if at all our friend there, if at all there's any clear evidence, or maybe there's proof evidence that accuses our friend of anything, that he is the one who did it, then let the person actually let it be sent to court, so that we can hear from the court what the court will say about it. But at the end of it all, even up to now, Dennis has been detained for over 2 months and some few days. It is now 2 months and 12 days. See, ever since he has been arrested and detained. But whenever we try out to follow up with the Zambian police, you find that they don't give you clear answers, they don't give you clear reasons as to why he's still there. They keep on actually actually dodging you. They keep on sending to other big offices here in the Zambian police. So we are really stranded by Dennis's case. We are really stranded by Dennis's case. I remember actually even last week actually, actually the whole of last week actually followed up his case. We went there on Monday, and on Monday actually we approached the officer who is in charge of the case, and we were like, my dear, we have come actually to talk so that we can see how we can help our colleague. But the officer at the end of it was like he needed some transport to go and maybe get some documents from, I don't know which kind of documents that he needed. And we ended up giving him some little money that we had with us, the money that I and my friend Mark contributed, and we gave him 500 Zambian kwacha. That's around actually $5 or maybe $10. We gave him that money, but he promised that let him come back the next day, let Mark go with him so that they can go somewhere with him, then we get that document. But my friend went there, and when he went there actually there was nothing that was done. He kept on actually dodging him until when actually my friend got tired and he called him and was like, know what, me, I'm tired, so you should give me a final word. What should I do? I've been here since morning waiting for you. It is now evening time. There is nothing that you've done, so give me a way forward. Should I go back? He was like, go back, I'll call you and let you know maybe on the day you shall come. Then the next day, it was a Wednesday, we called him again. He was like, no, you wait, I'll call you guys back. So we find maybe there's something that we don't understand. There is something that is not right within the Zambian police here in Kanyama, where our friend is detained. So we are calling for help wherever it is. Actually, we are calling for Zambian human rights to come in, because you already even submitted our petition with you guys. We have to look through it so that you can see how we can help our colleague Dennis, who is still detained at police station at Kanyama police station for false accusation. Because if at all there was proof, if at all he is the one who has committed the thing, let him be taken, let him be produced at the court of law, so that the law, if at all it is the court will hear his side and also hear the complainant's side, and then we see what else, maybe what the magistrate or maybe what the court will decide. Other than keeping someone in a police custody without even without any clear proof, and maybe without even any witness that is following up the case. So we are here just stranded. So at the end of it all, you find like we have nothing to do, since we are foreigners. And here actually when you go that side of Zambian police, mostly actually they use their local language, that is Nyanja and Bemba. So most of us actually when we reach that side, actually it is very hard to attend to us, more so if you are not a Zambian and if you don't speak the local language. And another thing, actually there's a lot of issues that happen. It is not only Dennis that is being actually is only being actually detained for so many days in the police custody, or maybe before being taken to court. There are so many other Zambian people. There are so many other Zambian inmates who are inside there who have been detained for almost 9 months, others 10 months, others 11 months without being even taken to court. And the Zambian government, actually, the Zambian police, actually, in most cases, when they do arrest, actually, when they get you and beat you, and actually they beat you to an extent whereby they don't even take you to the hospital to seek medical attention. Even if actually you have your lawyers, maybe they have gone maybe to follow up your case, they don't allow your lawyers actually to have a talk with you. They don't give you that much time to express yourself, whatever that you're going through when you are there at the police custody. So it is really hard. Life inside there is hard, because I remember even Dennis, actually he was seriously tortured, he was seriously beaten, he was seriously harassed by the police officers to accept something that he didn't even do, because of the pain, because of the because he's a foreigner, because he couldn't understand those people's language of what. So he had to accept something that he didn't know in order in order to relieve that pain away from him. He had to accept something that he didn't commit. So we are here actually crying out to anyone outside there who can help us, because here in Zambia, actually the local LGBTI plus community or organizations that are here, we fail to get help out of them, because remember they are here under Zambian law is not all that different from Ugandan law. Ever since they passed that anti-homosexual bill or act that was passed, it is still the same thing that is happening here in Zambia. So you find that most of the organizations, they don't want to enter to help us who are the asylum seekers. Even the Zambian LGBTI plus community here, they don't want to help us, because they know that we are foreigners, and they don't want to come out of the they don't want to be seen by their own people or maybe by their own community. So at the end of the day, we find that it is really hard for them. So Zambian, we call upon actually American embassy, we call upon the UN Geneva, we call upon UN UNHCR Zambia, UNHCR Kenya, and all maybe other LGBTI plus organization outside there. If you really can help us, maybe to see how we can help our friend come out of the police custody, we really call for that help, because life inside the police there is not all that easy. Because if you have a person who has been detained by the Zambian police, you find that it is you people to find out how that person eats. So they don't provide actually food to them. It is you people to find out how you should provide him with food. It is not upon the Zambian police or the Zambian government. So we are calling upon all people to come up actually and maybe help us and see how. So let's allow us to first go for a commercial break. Then once we come back, then I will tell you the way forward, maybe the support that we've been receiving and how impact has helped us. So allow us to go for a short commercial break.
No, it's your boy Zambia-Uganda.
Youth Vibes Show. Monday to Friday, what's our cool mpaka saa 12. Next Tony, yada tukwasa gani?
So, Vibes Show man experienced utani. Tuye bali kujama na kubeti yange. Tuwezo boy kwa kachikinga kabavuka. Nafe waka wakapenda pa yogerwa ko mwana ku. Enzo moto wakato yazinya.
Kalimu bali kukamira mwa kuba kutela TV ya feno. Nimuita ko mugeto ongeo ne mbuza ku bavubuka chaka binyoma.
Show time already jet.
My name is Samson. amanya n'ekidoboozi bamita manager VPP, manager w'ekibiina kye bayita VPP infulu bakitaba for dancers. Ndi musanyufu okuba nammwe olunaku lwa leero bannaffe aba HTV okujja wano HTV Africa okujja ne batukyalirako
naye nga ngoye n'abatatu ekumiddeko abadalaba abaddanjumirwa ngaoletegaseko nyumamu n'esanyu lyaffe nga funa tunywamu tojja ngaokoweebali yasi gamba muno nti amasanyu ganyire osyasikale mulabule bulabule kuba bwaitugenda okunyomerwa tutagala era nga ngoye natuyanyagadde okwenga just towelabye okusubscribinga YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok tubaako ate nga n'esho yaffe tyasigala nti ekigede Youth Bible Show esho yaffe yabafuka ekyasinza onyumya amanya n'eddoboozi sigadde nseesa kukesi Uganda ate munange nkosha bye bye.
Thank you so much from that short commercial break. Actually, I want to thank our producer, Mr. Brad, for the well work done and for making that for his actually workless effort to see that our program is always there on HTV. We really give you all. We really thank you so much, Mr. Brad, wherever you are. Big up to you. Thank you so much thank you so much for whatever that you do behind actually the camera or behind the studio. Actually, I was like I want to send my at the moment Dennis has been getting support, of which the support he has been getting actually has been coming from one of our own, one of us actually. It will not only one of us. It has been coming from HTV. And if I talk about HTV, that is Humanist TV Africa, which has always been there, and the support that they have been sending to us, it has really impacted a lot to Dennis in a way that if at all it wasn't because of HTV, it wasn't going to be easy for us, because I personally, who is here in Zambia, you know, we are homosexuals, of which here in Zambia are not allowed to work. We are not allowed actually to do anything here. We just sit, and the only thing that you do is to wake up in the morning, prepare something, you sleep. There's nothing much that we do. And we really thank actually Mr. Kato in a special way. I want to send my sincere thanks to Mr. Kato in a special way, because he has been the person actually behind our program. He has been the person actually behind all the support that we've been receiving for Dennis. He has been the person actually behind every advice, every kind of advice that every kind of actually step that we would love to take forward. He has been the kind of person who has always been advising us on what to do. He has been the kind of person who has been helping us financially, socially, physically, in each and everything. So not only leaving Mr. Kato, actually, I also want to thank all other people of HTV who has always been supporting us. I want to mention a few of them. Actually, I want to thank actually Mariam, who has also been working hard to see how we can get for us LF outside there, maybe in our country, in Uganda. I also want to thank those Brian for all the support you've been doing, actually, for all the communication you've been actually doing for us. I know that you people, you've really worked hard to see how we can help Dennis. Even us here, we are doing our level best to see how we can help Dennis come out of the police custody, because life inside the police there is not all that easy. Here in Zambia, if at all you are detained in the police, you feel like it is like someone is sending you to the grave, because at least there I know that you are resting for good. But here in Zambia, life inside there is not all that people, because if at all we don't take food for Dennis, or if at all actually we don't keep on supporting him when he's still there, he can really lose hope, because inside there no one gives you food. You don't get anything from there. If at all you have no relatives or maybe friends or colleagues who can bring for you food, you sleep hungry. You sleep without eating anything. So that's why you are seeing me sending my special thanks to Mr. Kato, to Madam Mariam, Mr. Brian, for all the support. You people, you've really been there for us. You've advised us. You've been there ever since actually we started our show, ever since we started this program of This Is Me Talk Show. You've always been there for us. You've always supported us, and you've always been of benefit to us. So I can't say that I don't have to thank you people. You gave us a platform where we can advocate for other LGBTI plus individuals who are going through the same persecution, or maybe who have left there, who have fled their country of origin because of their sexuality and gender identity. So you've given us a platform where we can speak on their behalf. Those who cannot come out and say maybe we are here, that those who cannot come out and talk on themselves, at least you've given us a platform. So we can't say that we can't say that we can't refuse to thank you people. You've always been there for us. So another thing, actually, I want to call upon support from all angles, wherever it is. Actually, those who are following us on our social media platforms, maybe on Facebook, on TikTok, on YouTube. We really want to we really kindly request all your support from wherever you actually. If you are told you want to reach out to us, actually, you can reach out to Mr. Kato, or maybe you can reach out to HTV Africa. In that way, actually, every kind of support that you have towards us, actually, send, you can pass it through HTV, and I know and I believe it will reach out to us. It will reach out to us safely. So I call upon any kind of support. I call upon all actually legal advocates, actually human rights activists, wherever you are, you can fight maybe for our friends, so that you can see him out of police custody. Because at the moment here in Zambia, we've reached out to Human Rights Commission, but up to now we failed actually to get their help. We've reached out to UNHCR Zambia, we've not yet received their help via Dennis's issue, so Dennis's case. So we call upon maybe all international organizations outside there. If you're outside there, actually, we call upon for any kind of help. Let it be advocacy, let it be financial, let it be actually physically, let it be psycho, mentally, maybe socially, any kind of support that can help us actually to see how we can help our colleague come out of the police custody, because it has been 2 months and 12 days ever since he has been detained there, and we lack actually a lot of things. But the support that Mr. Kato has been sending, it is only for Dennis's food, and it is only for Dennis's food and maybe other basic needs of life, like maybe soap, smearing oil, actually the washing detergents, maybe toothpaste and other things. So that is a kind of support we've been receiving to Mr. Kato. But sincerely, Mr. Kato, I really want to appreciate you for all the advices, for all the support and everything you've done for us. You've really been good to us. This support that Mr. Kato sends, it comes from his own pocket. He has no way actually. He has nothing. He has no funds that is meant for us. It is his own money. So if you don't thank that kind of person, that heart that he has, that human heart that he has shown to us, because it is only a few that you can do whatever Mr. Kato is doing to us. So I really want to appreciate him. I want to give him all. I want to thank him in a special way, because he has always been there for us. He has never left us. He has always been there for us in each and every kind of, even if when you text him at night, even if when you call him at night, at least he has always been there to respond to all our text messages. So we really want to thank you so much for all that sincere heart that you got. May really God bless you so much. So I call upon American Embassy, I call upon wherever you're watching us from, UK Embassy, I call upon UN Geneva, I call upon UN Sarah in other countries to come up and maybe help our colleague to see how we can get him out of the police custody. So I want to really thank HTV. As I conclude, I want to thank HTV for giving us a platform where we can express ourselves as LGBTI plus community here in Zambia. I want to thank actually Mr. Brand for being behind the camera, for enabling us to be able to connect with HTV in every country where we are. Thank you so much, Mr. Brand, for that wonderful work that you do behind the camera. He is the man actually who enables us actually to speak and see that maybe everything is going on well. And don't forget actually to subscribe to HTV YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow them on their social media platform like Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter. Don't forget to follow them up. So I want to thank everyone. I want to thank each and everyone actually who has given them their time to follow us, to follow our program on this platform. We really want to thank you so much. So come to the end of the video. Thank you so much. We meet again once again. Thank you so much. I remain Gaitana Biwe Kango, a gay person here, a gay individual here in Zambia. So we remain the Zambia, the Uganda Zambia coalition. Thank you so much. See you once again.